Hello again and welcome to the Friday Wrap for February 19th. This was another event, meeting, and news-filled week, starting with some potentially great news for Burr Ridge. Actually, Brad Cole, the Executive Director of the Illinois Municipal League, indicated that he has been assured by the governor's staff that the governor is no longer proposing a cut to the LGDF for all municipalities. This important revelation was also confirmed by Dave Bennett, Executive Director of the Metropolitan Mayors Association. The LGDF, you may remember, stands for the Local Government Distributive Fund, and it makes up more than $1 million of our portion of state sales tax revenue that we receive, and relies upon. And any cut could be frankly severely impact our budget, and severely impact our services, and it will be devastating to many other villages and towns. Now, with this in mind, we are optimistic, but should remain vigilant and cautious about any potential cuts in the future when it comes to budgeting. Another meeting this week was the DMMC business meeting and dinner with Congressman Roscom. Steve Stricker and I attended that meeting, which was held on Wednesday at the MMC Suites in Lombard. Now, Congressman Peter Roscom, who represents the northernmost part of Burr Ridge, was the guest speaker. He updated us on events in Washington, including the impending Department of Labor legislation about the fiduciary rule, which could have a crippling impact on all financial services companies in the country, and many of my clients, and many local businesses as well. This week, we also had the village held a complimentary breakfast meeting at the Marriott Hotel on Thursday, which it does bi-yearly, and we had the honor and pleasure of having Burr Ridge resident Jim Fannin as our guest speaker. Known more nationally and internationally as America's zone coach, and the personal coach of many professional athletes like Hall of Famer Frank Thomas, a former Burr Ridge resident, and tennis pro Wimbledon champion Peter Fleming, who is John McEnroe's doubles partner. Jim Fannin kept the packed room captivated with his motivational exercises and metaphors, and he got really absolutely great reviews. Thank you, Jim. Attendees are still talking about it, and we sincerely appreciated that. Also at that meeting, Global Luxury Imports was chosen this year for the local business who stood out the most for their participation and support of village events, as well as their philanthropic efforts around Chicagoland. They received our Community Appreciation Award. Now, in addition to supporting our Jingle Mingle and the 5K run, they support the Remix Project, the David Bolland Foundation, the 2C organization, the Wellness House, Hinsdale Central High School events, the Brian and Amanda Bickle Foundation. Also, they host a food drive for the Chicago Food Depository annually. That is the third largest privately held food drive in the Chicago area. And they're also Blackhawks partners since 2011. You might also remember they brought the Stanley Cup in via helicopter. So thank you, Global Luxury Imports, for all your philanthropic events around the area. Also, there were numerous other meetings this week that I attended. It covered everything from questions on zoning, wetlands, and potential developments to buildings for expanding, also to potential buildings for some expanding businesses. Things are on the move, and I'm more optimistic than ever. I also had the occasion to actually connect with two local mayors, Alan Novacek with Willow Springs, as well as Tom Colley with Hinsdale. And by the way, today is actually Tom Colley's birthday, FYI, in case you see him, which is actually pretty coincidental because next week is my birthday coming up on February 23rd. Tanya Curry, she's a candidate for Congress in the 11th District. I attended her event on Thursday night over in Oak Brook. She's running against her area. 11th District covers most of Burr Ridge. Now, if she wins in the primary, she is expected to go up against the incumbent Congressman Bill Foster. She was introduced by Drake Hotel owners Jim and Telly Nagel, and also further supported by AM 560 radio celebrities Dan Proft, who you might remember ran for governor, and Amy Jacobson, as pictured below. It was also attended by State's Attorney Bob Burkett and DuPage County Justice Ann Jorgensen, as well as her husband, who's the county coroner, Rich Jorgensen, and many others were filling the room. So that was a great event. Next week, we had the village board meeting. That'll be held on Monday, of course, at 7 o'clock at Village Hall. Also next week we have the Village grand opening of the new Village Memory Care Center called Harvester Place. That's located, of course, between the two hotels on South Frontage Road. And also that'll be, by the way, the public is welcome. That'll be on Thursday, February 25th from 4 to 7 p.m. On a coincidental and a personal note, I just had to show you a picture below of an amazing coincidence that happened to me in the Village Center a few weeks ago. The same model car as mine, same color, parked right next to me. And its license plates caught my attention because it read Jam Inc. And it's very similar to mine, which is Sam Inc. What an amazing coincidence that was. Also, on a personal note, we attended my daughter's Valentine's Day weekend tennis tournament that was held in Milwaukee. And their new coach did something extra special. Gave all the girls roses. What a difference good leadership and kind acts like that really make. Have a tremendous weekend and week ahead, and look forward to seeing you again next week.